Leave your penis alone. The Opie and Anthony Show is back on.
Got that right.
Oh, yeah.
Heading toward the weekend.
Yeah.
Where's Joey? Joey Diaz is here.
Yeah, where is he? Did he go to take a piss or something?
Maybe.
Take a piss. Look at Vince, young Vince right there. In the corner. We were watching some of the new WWE network that they got because Sam subscribes to
Hey, Joey.
How you doing, man? Yeah, take a seat.
Whichever one you want there,
Watching the
Joey.
Brooklyn Brawler and Kamala go at it from 93. Look at young Vince.
Good old young Vince
With his
McMahon.
Pompadour hairdo and stuff.
And a red bow tie.
Yeah, ready to do the interview.
That's right.
The post-match interview. Wow.
What's up, Joey?
What's up, guys?
How you been?
Thank you very much for having me.
Well, you kidding?
It's been a while, right?
No, it's been a long fucking.
What was that about?
Who the fuck knows?
You had a problem with us?
No. You know, whenever I come to town, I don't know who to call.
Yeah.
I don't know who to even, and then I come and I go, fuck, I should have called Opie.
Where you live? L.A.?
Los Angeles.
Yeah, you're in L.A.
Yeah, so I didn't know, it's just... But I talk to Jimmy. I see Jimmy at different, UFCs.
Right.
And it's
Well, we're back now.
Yeah, no, we're back.
We're back
I'm
together
happy.
finally.
I'm happy. Great to see you guys.
Twitter's very excited that you're doing our show today.
Yeah, I'm very excited. Come on.
Yeah.
Someone told me to mention ranch dressing.
Oh, I fucking hate ranch dressing.
They said if you just mention ranch dressing, Joey will just have something to say about it.
I just hate it. I just don't know where it came from.
Reason? No? Don't like it.
No. I'll tell you what the real reason is. You go to these places and you go, let me get an order of wings. And it comes with blue cheese. No. It comes with ranch. Well, let me get blue cheese. We don't have blue cheese. How the fuck don't you have blue cheese?
Then you shouldn't be serving wings.
Then you shouldn't be serving wings.
Yeah.
That was my argument.
Yeah.
And when some places in like Orange County, California, they just served ranch dressing. I'm like, and then,
That sounds like a very Orange County, California
it drives
thing.
me crazy. So that's why I just took offense to it. All right, you offer me ranch. That's cool. You don't have ranch. Now give me the blue cheese.
We
don't. If you have the blue cheese, I won't get pissed off.
Right.
But for you just to say I don't have blue cheese, that just sets me the
lot
fuck off. That's
cheaper.
no disrespect to Buffalo, New York. That's
Lot
like
cheaper.
It's all these places that have to make like wings their own.
Their own thing.
Just stay with the original recipe. Everyone loves it. We've
Everyone
decided we
loves
love
wings.
buffalo wings. You don't have to do the honey barbecue, whatever the hell. What is it? Honey mustard, sweet and sour.
I do like a good barbecued wing.
but-
I like a good teriyaki wing.
No, they're not bad.
But that's
No,
not.
but
it's not a buffalo.
But it's
wing,
under the guise that it's buffalo
No,
wings.
then-
they
no.
do that to you. We make our buffalo wings different.
They're
Well, then don't call them buffalo wings because they're not buffalo wings. I lived in Buffalo for 3 years.
Now you started real big up there.
Well, sure.
Rochester, Buffalo,
Sure.
or something like that.
Both places.
Something,
I was huge.
Oh, that's right. Wheeze. What's his name?
Brother Weeze rules.
Brother Weeze.
You should do his show, man.
I do. That's the connection. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Weeze-
the connection.
Oh,
I remember
yeah,
him
okay.
telling me that's right. That's the connection.
I learned this radio thing from Weeze, big time.
Right.
Big time. No one else really.
So
Maybe
when
an
we-
influence here and there, but Weeze really.
What years were you up there in Buffalo?
Oh God, pushing late '80s.
They don't fuck around up there.
Late '80s in Rochester, early '90s in Buffalo.
Okay. Yeah, they don't mess around up there. That's cold weather up there, Jack.
Yeah.
That's the home of Rick James. That guy didn't fuck around either.
Yeah, he
Good
knew.
old Rick James.
You know how to keep warm.
He lived on the fruit.
Fucking
Yes, he did.
firing up that pipe.
I saw him years later at the Comedy Store, like just in front of the Comedy Store one night, and I almost died. And I thought he was clean. He obviously was.
Obviously, yeah.
I thought he was with some fucking chick, and I didn't even shake his hand. And just seeing him, I was like, fuck it, that's good enough.
Yeah.
We had him on.
Yeah, we did.
I just remember that. We had him on at WNEW. We had a good time with him.
When he was fucking Linda Blair, it's like, oh my God, what the fuck is she doing? That's all I could think was, what the fuck?
That means Anthony had a crush on Linda Blair, by the
who
way.
didn't? Come on, growing up.
That was a bummer to you, huh?
Oh my God, about the same age and shit like that. So you were with her through The Exorcist and then the prison movies and shit like that. All that hot fucking Caged Heat, whatever it was. And then it's like, oh yeah, here she is with her boyfriend Rick James. I'm just like, fuck.
What happened to Linda Blair? Where is that poor?
Exactly. See what happened?
I don't know. She does those Comic-Cons.
got all fucked out by Rick James, and that was it.
That was
he
it.
fucked her out, too. He was fucking those bitches up. Making them smoke crack.
Yeah,
3 fingers in their pussy, yanking that monkey up. When you pick them up by the hoof like that, and you and you hit them in the face with your cock. That's because see, there's fucking, then there's coke fucking.
Right, coke
that's where you get evil. You got a towel on and a gun in your underwear, and you got a knife in your fucking shoe, and you're eating pussy, but you're pulling her hair. It's fucking disgusting.
Nothing better than fucking dogging a chick and having to peek out the window every 2 seconds because you think the cops are coming.
Oh, go look out the window, you dirty bitch. Rub Bengay on her feet.
That?
Oh, torture those motherfuckers. When you snort coke with a freak, they know. And especially once it comes to the last half gram, they got to work for every fucking line.
Yeah.
They're sniffing your asshole. They're doing everything. They don't give a fuck.
Jesus.
There's nothing really anyone can trade for that last half gram.
It's hysterical how I haven't done blow in 7 years. And sometimes, like, I'm 51, I'm done. But you look at a chick and you're like, oh, she would have been fun with a package.
She would have been good.
Because without a package, I don't see it. But with a good coke package where you let them piss on you and get all fucking evil and shit, there's nothing like a chick pissing on you in the shower. Tremendous. These are just
tremendous.
Guy in Dallas used to call that whore bait.
Oh, yeah, no, it is. That's there's difference than picking up a woman than going up to a woman and going, listen,
I in radio in Dallas
Yeah.
used to get the hottest girls, and I asked him one day, and he goes, it's because of this.
Yeah.
Well, he showed me. It's the whore bait. Yeah.
She could be at a fucking restaurant with Brad Pitt talking about 3 black kids in Uganda, and you cut them right off with a package. You just come right in, fucking waving that thing, and they'll look at you. At least you got their attention.
You know what it is?
I'm an ugly dude, but with blow, I was fucking Elvis. I don't give a fuck. I'd show up in that room, I had a 12-foot dick, because I got a rock of coke, and I could front. So we'll get this party started, baby.
When you think about how much you wanted coke back when you were doing coke, how much you wanted a fucking, especially like the last bits run out, and all you're thinking about is getting more coke. Now you think you're a girl, and you got a fucking pussy that is exactly a 1-for-1 trade ratio with blow.
It doesn't seem fair.
But it doesn't seem fair. But if you're the guy with the coke,
right, then it's.
Of course you're getting laid. But
and when I used to get creepy, because towards the end I would hold on to it. Like, let's say I didn't know if you were going to suck my dick. I wouldn't give you the good shit. I'd cut it with aspirin. I'm a fucking dirty bastard. I get bare aspirin, I cut them and put them in aluminum foil. And I'd work the whole thing. Like, I'd do a little bump and give it to her. Once I realized she was all in, then she got the good stuff.
Got some of the good stuff.
Fucking, that's dirty shit.
Do you miss it? It's been 7 years?
No, not like that. And it's a different life now. Once you,
that shit's fucked up.
I started in 79 here. This hit this area like a fucking bomb. Nobody remembers what cocaine, cocaine wasn't a drug that you did to get fucked up. It was a state. It pumped you up. If you came out of a bathroom when you were VIP.
Oh, look at him. He's got blow.
Yeah, he's doing blow. Oh. And people come up to you and go, how does it taste? How cool is it?
Yeah.
It leveled you. It made you, it was like wearing fucking, those fucking idiots now that all have glasses on? They all put glasses on to be cool. Like, these are for me to fucking read. Not for me because I'm a blind fuck. Not for me to be cool, to look smart. That's what cocaine did. It raised you a class.
Raised you up a few points.
Raised you up a few points.
Yep.
So that's how it got sucked in. And it just, I remember going to 135th Street, going to Amsterdam, right to the Dominicans, and going in the back, and, then at 3 in the morning.
Were you ever scared up there?
Never.
Never
had a problem?
Well, because they need you to come back. Right?
And the neighbor, I remember going into that.
If you came back instead of just robbing you there.
Yeah, that parking garage on 181st Street, we'd go in like you were going to park, and you went up to the top, and it was a fucking club. It was an after hours.
What do you mean? Wait, it's an old parking?
Old parking right off when you come in from the bridge from Jersey into the city, you cop, and then on 181st Street, like there was going to be a parking garage there. And you'd go in the parking garage like you were going to park, and you go to the top floor, and it was a fucking club. Cards, women.
And the cops just left that stuff alone back then.
No. It was a different city. It was a complete different city, and it's very hard to explain to people who live here now.
Right. Well, maybe someday soon, with de Blasio in there, it'll get back to
where
the
it
way
is.
it was.
You guys are hating on him, correct?
I don't like him.
I think
he's full of shit.
I don't think the city was as fucking in such a bad shape that his whole pitch when he's running for mayor is how I'm going to turn this city around and change. It's like, city's fine. It's making a boatload of money. It's been never been cleaner and safer to walk around in. What really needs to be changed around? Income inequity. Sorry, welcome to the fucking world. That's how I feel about it. So
yeah, we're doing all right.
Yeah, so I would love to see some of the porn theaters come back though, and some of that dirty taxi driver looking fucking streets.
A little dirt.
A little dirt.
City needs a little dirt.
Don't they still have a few peep shows like Peep World and all that?
They pushed them all the way.
Oh man,
they pushed them all the way out.
Yeah,
you remember that shit?
It was everywhere.
School. It was. We used to love coming to the city in high school to just walk around.
We were little suburbanites. We were out on Long Island, so coming to the city was like an adventure.
Fucking bang! You went to a peep show. You'd walk in, and it would all be early. Like, let's say you cut school at 8, you come over like 9. You get a hot dog. You went to Peep World, and it'd all be Hasidic Jews walking in and out. A lot of fucking Hasids. They like that little pussy in the round. Then you walked in and have like the little buckets. You see like the little Puerto Rican dudes at the buckets that clean the thing out.
Cleaning the jizz.
You went in there, and then they had the two types. They had the glass, where you could pop your head through the glass and see the action. Then they had the bulletproof glass.
Right.
Remember the day we did that?
Yeah.
No, me and my brother.
Yep.
All squeezed in one of those where you couldn't put your head in, but they had a hole.
You could see each other across the way.
Right, you could see each other. You could see people were whacking off. You look at them and they catch you. I'm not jacking off over here. Yes, you are, cocksucker. You showed me.
Everyone in the round, like the girl, it was like seeing a concert in the round, but it was a naked
it was like
girl.
Westbury Music Fair.
Me, you, and my brother went in. We squeezed into one booth. Remember, he was trying to grab the girl's leg.
Yeah.
He put his whole arm through,
and then the fucking thing would come down.
Then the thing would come down.
And you couldn't see. You'd have to put more tokens in.
But like if you went early, they'd have to put chicks. They'd pull chicks off the street. Like it was chicks that would fuck all night long, and then they go in there for like the last happy hour.
Prostitutes, the streetwalkers,
and they go lay down like a black chick, and some guy that was fucked up would fuck them, and the table would spin around, and they either had the glasses that the window that popped up, or the one that was just open where you could smell the pussy and the jizz and the vodka and the cigarettes. And then after she got fucked, she came to every window for like a tip. You know what I'm saying? So you have to give her like change. I remember when I was like 13, 14, I sucked a black tit with just one tit. That's all she could fit in the glass. I sucked that motherfucker like if she had milk in there for 35, 38 cents. I don't know what I had. I sucked that black tit. That was tremendous. Then my friend Lance got his head caught. And one of the things, they had to call the fucking guy.
That's embarrassing.
Oh, those peep shows were such a...
I didn't know they were fuck shows.
They had the peep shows. Some of them had women that just came in, and some of them had women that you could see had gotten stabbed. They just got out of Roosevelt Hospital. They had like a patch in their back and shit. They go in there and they're like, "Can I catch a shift?" And somebody would fuck them, no condom. They'd be all sweaty. And you're looking at this as a 13-year-old. This is tremendous. This is fucking,
you really got to imagine that it was probably a very tough job to get that cleaned up. To get a city that was in the shape New York City was in the mid 70s to early 80s and whatnot. And then
we pushed the 90s with that stuff.
I know, but like
we really did.
Just starting the cleanup procedure. And how long it took, but to actually get it done, because a lot of big cities, they just give up on that shit.
But do you remember, we were at NEW, I think, at the time, and remember when Giuliani said, "I'm cleaning up Times Square," anyone that knows New York were like, good luck with that.
Good luck, yeah.
Now, fast forward, look at this thing.
It's a money-making machine.
It's unbelievable.
A tourist destination.
The turnaround is, wow.
Just saying 42nd Street when you were a kid.
Oh, it got you hard.
You're like,
got a boner.
Oh, let's go down to 42nd Street. It was nothing but fucking hookers, peep shows,
me and my crew, we were too scared to
go down to 42nd.
No, we went into Times Square like you're talking about, but we just walked around and like looked.
Got approached for fucking sex, drugs,
all that, but we were too scared to actually go into some of these places.
What you need, man? What do you want?
We wanted
to. About marijuana, cocaine, acid, ácido, marijuana, cocaine, 10 keys. You would just hear it, and it was all
constant.
Fake. It was all fake. Everything. If you bought something, it was fake.
Off the street.
Oh, really?
And then you'd fucking turn and it'd be 3-Card Monte on Broadway. And you got beat.
3-Card Monte.
One of my boys, this is how crazy me and my guys were in Jersey. We used to snort THC crystal, which, let's cut this shit. That's fucking Gorilla Biscuits. That's that shit. That, whatever was big in the 70s. What was that Angel Dust.
Angel Dust.
You either got it like in Harlem, two like tray bags, which you sprinkled on weed, or you got it in Jersey and you snorted 10 $10.
You did
three of
angel
us.
dust.
We snort angel
Wow.
dust. Come over here, take a bus, and then play 3-card Monte. And the deal was we met on 178th Street. So we got off the bus here, and we go, it's 1 o'clock, 5 o'clock in front of Port Authority, because we're going to walk across the bridge. So that was our goal. So me and Anthony, you would go with somebody else, and we'd meet up there. What'd you do? Oh, we went to Spanish Harlem. We fucking bumped into this pimp. Whatever. That's how we did it. 13, 14.
That's amazing.
So when I sit there back, I go, how fucking lucky am I that I went up and down this shit. Up and down.
Yeah.
But you played 3-card Monte?
I think one time, one of
Or
my
you just
buddies,
wanted to check it out?
you'd stand there and watch the tourists get fucking raped.
It was fun until he started looking at you like, all right, you're
in
next. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Nah.
No, and sometimes they sucked you in.
Where is it? Where is
Where is
right
it?
Here.
And sometimes I had a friend
like,
once go, "What the fuck is wrong with you? It's a fucking scam." What the? And all of a sudden I see him, and all of a sudden he's like, "Hold on!" He put the 20, and all of a sudden we thought it was a scam. I fucking saw it. I saw it. So it's
Wow, they were really good.
They were very good.
They got rid of 3-card Monte.
Yeah.
It's funny when you see an old New York video on YouTube. I was watching something a month or two ago, Our Latin Thing. It's a documentary they did in New York City in the early 70s about Latin music, Fania All-Stars and Hector Lavoe and all that. And they show the cities. It was fucking filthy.
Amazing.
Fucking paper. Paper on the streets.
Just the literal filth. The garbage
Filth.
that was on the sidewalks and in the streets.
Well, Taxi Driver shows it pretty good.
Fucking filth.
Taxi Driver's good. You know what else? The French Connection.
French Connection really shows
That
good.
shows some great old New York City fucking filth. Yeah, bums.
Paul in
Real
Freehold
bums.
wants to know if you ever had a box lunch. What is a box lunch?
Oh, no.
In Times Square. All right, we might have to.
That's got to be eating some fucking nasty pussy.
What's a box lunch?
Hey guys, a box lunch is exactly what it sounds like. Now, I've only read about this, but I've read about it in many places. It's in Times Square in the early 70s. There would be a girl on stage, and it was $1 a lick.
Jesus.
And she would wipe herself off with like a towelette.
You ever have a box lunch, Joey?
No.
Joey.
No.
Sounds like something Norton would do.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, like I said, that was early 70s.
Yeah, all right. I'd never heard of that one. Thanks. And then another guy asking if we ever did the fake IDs thing. Of course.
Yes,
that was
absolutely.
easy.
you need
We
that.
did that. We did that, but we were too scared to go into the porn stuff.
IDs were like fucking nothing back then too. It was like
$5
your
or
license
something,
was a piece of paper, no picture on it or
Right.
But
anything.
the Jersey license had no picture
No
on it.
picture.
So if your friend had a brother, you stole his license.
Yeah.
He got the duplicate. You got the... It was
That's it. And
tremendous.
Very easy.
You typed in the shit and signed it.
Remember how
and
lame
that
you
was
were if you didn't have a fake ID at 16 or 17?
Had to have one.
It's like, it's so easy to do. What's wrong with you? And a lot of the guys from Long Island, where we were from, would go in just to do
Now
that.
your license has sonar, radar. Oh, God.
You see the new one? It's like, it's
Yeah.
holograms and shit, I think.
No, they got you
Chip
now.
in there.
Now they
What's
got
that?
you.
So-
These fucking
yeah.
things.
You still do the pod, right?
You know what? I stopped smoking 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks. Why?
Oh, boy.
Because I tell you what happened. I started going to jiu-jitsu. And I'm working hard. I'm going to kettlebell class. I'm running around, and my cardio's sucking ass. Mm-hmm. So I said, let me give it a couple of weeks, just to see if that helps. I mean, it's 30 fucking years of smoking pot.
Wow.
Eventually, and it's not like I smoke cigarettes and nothing. I'll smoke a cigarette from time, not in a while now. We just had a baby at the house.
Oh, congratulations.
So thank you. So she's a year old, a year and a half. I mean, I'm fucking 51. My wife's 44. We were together 15 years. Nothing ever happened. Nothing.
Oh, this is
Nothing.
This is a surprise?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
You gave up trying, basically?
No, we didn't give up trying. I just thought I was defective good. 30 years of blow, THC, the New York City pollution. I swam in the Hudson. I ate an eel from the fucking Hudson in the 80s. Somewhere, the sperm bank tied up. And she's a nice, we had cats, and she's very sweet, and somebody threw a blessing on me,
Damn.
She's beautiful. The wife is happy.
Changed your life, right?
Yeah. But not, all these fucking people. Oh my God, no, fuck you. I'm still a savage, though. You're focused. Your day is more, you have this tunnel vision type deal where you can't eat the fat. There's no more fat. It's me and her and the wife, and I go on the road and I have the podcast and I fuck around, but, that's it. And you're 50. What are you going to do? That's it.
No more pot for Joey Diaz.
Well, I didn't say I'm going back on Doug Fucko. What's his name? Doug Benson's my man's podcast.
Right.
So I'm doing that the 18th. So it would basically, I got to smoke on that thing. So it would basically be 30 days.
Right, okay.
So I just want to see how it felt. I mean, I tell you what, I do feel great. You know, I'm still not running up fucking stairs.
Right.
That's the sad part of it. But it feels good to give it a break. I ate a gummy bear this morning just to get the blood going, like a THC gummy bear.
Gummy bear.
You know, like a gummy bear, only with THC in it.
So you're still, okay.
I still eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're just not
and
smoking
I smoke the
it.
vapor pen. I just don't smoke the fucking joints like I'm going out of
feels
stock.
good. I thought it feels good because you're not on the pod.
No,
you're
I eat a pot gummy bear.
Oh, you're getting it
I ate a
other
Chibo
ways.
Chew on the plane. Yes, that was fucked up. I fell asleep the last hour.
Chew.
All right.
All kinds of
Now it all
ways to-
makes sense.
Yeah, no.
Ingested.
I'm just not smoking like, you know,
The smoke
fucking...
isn't
the
good
smoke.
for your lungs. Is
But
what
you know,
you're
when you
saying.
go get your license, they always say to you, have you considered vaporizing? I'm like, not really. You know, I smoke. This is the way. You know, I talk about cleaning up the city. You know, when the first time I bought pot in the city was I was 14 and I went to a church in the village. And my friend's like, wait in the car. But how much do you want? $10. And I saw him walk into the church, into the bingo downstairs. And he came out. That day I lost, like, faith in the church because I was a real fucking Catholic.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I seen, like, the priest down there, so he was in. In those days, people came in, they sold weed, and they probably kicked the priest $300. And he was happy. I remember they got me, like, an eighth of weed and a little chunk of hash at a fucking church.
At a church.
And I was so happy. But
smart
that's
is
how
that?
fucking
No
crazy
shit.
New York was.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the, you know, people will never understand. That's how you could, you know, I left New Yorkville, a lot of reasons I left this area. But the main reason was everything is too easy. I could come and buy a bazooka at 4 in the morning. I could come into New York and go, oh, Opie, somebody fuck with you, let's go buy guns.
Right.
I had it that good.
Yep.
If I want an 8-ball, I could buy an 8-ball. If I wanted a kilo, it was too wide open. You know, now I come to New York and I'm here with Joe last time. I can't sleep at night. Or I fall asleep at 8 like the old man that I am, and then at 4 I'm walking around. I got up at 3 last time and walked around. There was nobody on the streets.
No.
Yeah.
This is the New York I left.
No,
At fucking
it's not.
3 in the morning.
No, these streets closed down
These
now.
streets closed down at night.
Big
I
time.
walked a half a mile looking for a friend.
That's
I had a
city.
joint looking for a fucking friend.
That city
Because in
that
New
never
York, if you're
sleeps
looking
is
for
gone.
a friend, you got a joint. You'll find
find a
somebody
friend.
Yeah.
at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Nothing. So everything has, you know, 3 in the morning was like, fuck, we're in Jersey,
Yeah.
the bar's closed. Let's go into New York. They give you sunglasses when you walked out of these
See, why
places.
can't they fucking, like, do that with Detroit? I mean, New York was broke at one point, too. Why can't they just do
They
that?
don't have money coming
With
in, though.
Detroit.
You got to have the money coming in.
The thing is, New York didn't have the money
It
coming
was-
in either.
they got rid of the corruption.
Like they had to fucking... Remember Gerald Ford
Of course.
to New York City,
Dropped
dropped dead, and under Abe Beam and everything.
But
The city was broke, and somehow managed to use it as a tourist location.
There was
get rid
more
of the
corruption.
smart-
They were getting rid of it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
true.
think
But
so.
I mean, it just seems to me like, given the right leadership, any city could probably recover.
I don't know. Detroit's pretty rough.
It's fucking
It's
rough.
fucked, I know.
Detroit is rough. Look at the videos on YouTube.
But listen,
it's
man,
amazing.
It's not only Detroit. When you travel to a lot of these cities, you see the demise of these cities
Oh, yeah.
starting. You know, I did a show in Pittsburgh 2 years ago.
Yeah,
that-
bad.
And they were telling me that the bars around the stadium don't open unless it's baseball season.
Really?
Like year round. Yeah, that's it. The day, the city, the scene moved to the other part of the city. So that scene isn't that hip.
No one would be there.
You know, and you go to cities like Buffalo, had some great construction when I went this time in January.
Really? Well,
But-
Buffalo down the Great Lakes, that was all industry that has dried
That's
up.
dried
The
up. They
boating
took-
industry and all.
You know.
And there's massive like factories and industries that are just like
Closed
sitting
down.
there, closed down, just sitting there. No
Once
one's-
Fisher Price left Buffalo, that was the beginning of
Right.
the end.
Jeez,
you know,
really?
what people don't realize is Buffalo has the #1 attendance in minor league baseball with the Buffalo Bisons since fucking Jesus left Chicago. Since it was just Polish people up in fucking Buffalo eating
Yeah.
pierogies, and they won't get them a Major League Stadium because they won't hold. That's a fucking lie. Today they building phones with you could fuck a phone in 2 years. In 2 years you're gonna be able to plick a pussy's gonna come out. You can fuck it. You can't build a fucking stadium with a whole 10 pounds of snow, bitch, up in Buffalo. That'll kick the city up.
Right.
They've been trying to get that team for
years.
since I've been there, which I left in, I don't know, 90, I guess, 91, somewhere around there. And even back then, they were hopeful that it was right around the corner they were going to get their team. It's not happening. And their stadium's beautiful up there. They have a nice minor league stadium.
But Detroit, that whole area, Cleveland, Detroit needs a fucking infusion.
Well, Cleveland downtown is creepy.
It's creepy.
We were up there about a year ago.
That always freaks me
It's
out.
zombie land, man.
No one there. It's an empty fucking
But as soon as
city.
you walk out on the street, all the homeless people come right at you immediately. They're a bit aggressive up there in Cleveland.
It's fucking, it's hunger.
Right.
We're going to get it. Hunger's coming. This is real. I hope they do something in Detroit. That's one of my all-time favorite fucking. Listen, Michigan's a great place, bro. You want to talk about a bag of Coke and some dirty white women? Michigan's a spot, Jack.
Right, yeah.
If you want to get your dick sucked old-fashioned with a chick with dirt on her heels, when they're sucking your dick and they got dirt on their heels from the flip-flops, that's a good dick sucking, an American dick sucking. And you put a Coke rock in their pussy and you eat it. You work that fucking monkey like a savage. That's Detroit. They got some fucking tremendous American fucking women up there.
Good.
But now, I hear that like Dearborn and all that is very heroinish. It's it's like the biggest Arab community in the country, and ever since 9/11, they got a lot of H in that. That black neighborhood in Detroit, that's gone. Coco's Comedy, all that shit where I used to go do comedy 10 years ago.
Yeah, done.
So they need they need somebody just coming there with $20 billion.
Right.
But again,
Who wants to
everything
fucking
has
do
to
that
be.
and
You have to
risk
start.
it?
Can't you buy a house for $60 in Detroit?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot.
I don't
Let's
know.
buy a few
Detroit,
houses and see what happens.
Until the leadership changes, though, you still got that heavily Democratic. There's no one willing to really crack some fucking heads and clean shit up like Giuliani
But the
did.
hipsters are moving in a little bit, and the art.
You
art
think you're gonna get some of that?
A little bit.
Detroit's a little tough nut
That's
to crack
tough
than
nut to
William.
You got to
Burr.
see Anthony Bourdain's episode on Detroit. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not giving it that much hope. He shows a tiny bit of hope, a drop of hope.
Little glimmer, yeah.
Little taste. Did you ever do the heroin?
A couple times. Never the needle. I can't see needles. Thank you. That's where the good man helped me upstairs.
Little
Whoever Buddha,
snortage.
I could
Needles
just
scare a lot of people.
Needles. I did a couple lines in Jersey. I did a couple lines in Colorado or something. A couple in California, and that was it. I loved it. I could see.
You could see it becoming a problem.
I could see it becoming a big problem.
Shit. That's one thing I never, not one thing, that's one of the things that I never, never did. Never tried that out. That, for me, was absolutely crossing the line.
It was out
like
there.
Coke was fine. Fucking a little freebasing was fine.
Freebasing is fine.
But that heroin, that was the line
That was
where
the line
you all
for
of a
you?
sudden were a junkie,
Freebasing for me was just too much drama to get high. I gotta get the rock, baking soda, cook it, run it through a fucking sock.
We never did
burn
the baking
it,
soda. We
all
did it
that
the
shit.
fucking the nice way with the ammonia and ether.
Jesus.
And water.
How'd you figure this out?
Yeah. Someone showed me.
We didn't have the internet, though.
How the
How'd you
fuck did
figure
I
it
figure
out?
out meth? Shaking in a fucking
Give a man
Gatorade.
free base, he could get high for a day. Teach a man to free base.
But without the internet, how do you figure that out? Just word of mouth, I
This
guess.
is word of mouth.
Remember
But you
that
do
shit,
that,
how
yeah.
crazy that was?
And then you'd have a slate, like a polished piece of slate, and you dip into the ether, which was on a different level than the water and the ammonia, and you just put the Coke in there and stir it around. And when you took it out and spread it onto the slate, and you go like that, and it would just evaporate instantly and leave this white fucking streak. And you take the blade, whoosh, 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 right in that pipe. First hit of the night. Oh my fucking God!
Oh my God.
That was crazy.
That is
It was
nuts.
crazy.
You know, by 82, they were selling kits.
Yeah,
Really?
There's a place in Jersey, East West, and you go in there for $50 and you bought a kit that came with everything. The powder, the fucking glasses, the spoon.
Jesus.
And it was how it took over.
That was another thing too. People that smoked crack, because I was like, no, I fucking freebased it. I don't smoke crack, you fucking piece of shit. I looked at crack like you're a fucking
Just justifying,
low-life
right?
fucking ghetto rat. Get out of here. I'm talking freebase. This is a civilized way to do cocaine.
It's fucking clean, no chemicals,
Right.
just ether, ammonia.
Ether,
just a couple
ammonia,
things, no
all
big
the
deals.
impurities come out. There you go.
We got to take a break because we got Jefferies on hold. We got Adam Ferrara down the hall. And, of course, Joey Diaz is here. You're playing the Stress Factory, huh?
Yes, brother.
Very cool.
Nice.
Vinny's place. Did a good job down there.
Yeah, it was great last night.
Benny Brand.
Good crowd?
Yeah, we're back last night. A lot of kids I grew up with, came out, so that's great. They came all from Jersey.
Really? Just
Still alive, huh? They're still
fucking alive, man. So I can't listen to that.
And
At 40,
are they tempting you?
not at
like
all.
old time's sake.
No, not at all. These guys are all.
for old time's sake.
I have like maybe 3 friends that get evil, and I've already warned them.
Right.
Like, do me the favor as a friend.
Right, don't get evil.
It's
knock
not
it
worth
off.
it.
Right,
You're
right.
going to sit like an asshole. You're going to look there, your jaw's going from side to side. You're like,
And I got to be honest with you, I love your appearances on Joe Rogan's podcast, obviously, but I haven't heard your individual podcast yet.
it's craziness.
I got to try it this weekend. Where do they find you?
The Church of What's Happening Now on iTunes.
Okay, The Church of What's Happening Now.
On iTunes.
That's Joey Diaz's podcast, and it's Mad Flavor on Twitter.
That's it.
All right, we're going to continue with Joey. Stay there.
I'll be right here.
More Opie and Anthony in a minute. Actually, maybe more than one. Kids are in the pool.
Now back to the Opie and Anthony Show.
On Sirius XM.
Yeah, little Rick James for Joey Diaz.
Is that it? Oh, yeah.
Mad Flavor on Twitter, who's also playing the Stress Factory this weekend. Went well last night, and he's got shows tonight and tomorrow at Vinny's place. I got to go down to the Stress Factory. It's been a while. I don't know if I could do it this weekend. I got to go out to Huntington, but
Don't sweat the small stuff.
All right.
It was hard this morning. Some traffic this morning.
Yeah.
did he put you up in that hotel?
bitch.
Yeah.
He's putting me up in that hotel. He's good that way. He's got to deal with those hotels over there right
Yeah,
off the
nice.
turnpike, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Really sharp.
It's nice. If you go and check out Vinny's, club, he'll set you up.
Yeah.
He'll give you a room.
I went out there once.
Yeah.
I drove back.
I go, Vinny, I don't feel like driving home. He's like, I'll put you up.
What a guy.
Yeah.
I'll put you up.
Yeah.
This midget voice.
Little People, Big World, same
yeah,
guy.
Same voice.
If you know that
Same
guy.
guy.
Adam Ferrara is in
Adam's
studio. Hi,
here.
Adam. Wait,
Gotta
maybe
get your
I should
mic
do
on.
that.
There you go.
There we go. How are you, fellas?
Pretty good.
Hey,
We were
man.
talking about old school New York.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember being a Long Island guy. You come from our side.
But I heard you. I was in the office. I heard you like your crew would come in and you were too
scared. I
Yeah,
swear
it was
to
us
God.
too. I came in, and it was Ozzy. When I came in,
Right.
we came in the city. We got off the train. We looked around, and Ozzy said she was a hooker. And I was like, she was just into me. I said, for $20, she'll be into all of us.
Yeah.
Let's get the hell out of here. So
She
we
wasn't
didn't do
into
anything.
you.
I just liked observing the pimps and the hookers. They were
Yeah.
right in the open, and we were brave to go in and get dumb fake licenses.
That's
was
what-
it.
yeah, and
we were just walk around the seedy parts
Yeah.
and thought we were cool.
And look. Yeah.
Oh, the looking was great, but like Joey's saying, going in at 13 or 14 and seeing a fuck show,
Peep show
Hell
like that.
no.
That would be
You're a soldier.
unbelievable.
You just
It's
you have that
disgusting.
mentality.
Listen, but it still shocks you. Later on, you think about it, you're like, what was I thinking?
You couldn't
What the hell?
control. Like, I wouldn't be able to control myself. I remember having a fake ID and going into the Tender Trap, that fucking tit
God.
bar, yeah,
Oh,
on
that
Long
was
Island.
disgusting.
And just like breathing like, yeah, because you knew a chick was coming out, her tits were going to be hanging out, like nursing that fucking $8 bottle of Bud.
That was it. I had the fake ID because you guys were all older than me.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
needed it to hang. I needed to get into. Remember the Salty Dog? We
Yeah,
used
the
to go,
Salty Dog
in
in
Huntington.
Huntington.
So
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah.
Well,
But
the
I
Tender
always hang by
Trap
those
was
guys.
high class, though. What are you talking about? Do you remember? You remember Danny's Den?
Danny's Den.
Oh, you remember
the
Danny's Den? It's now
Let's
like
go to the
it's
Den.
now like a Wallbaum's parking lot or something
yeah,
off.
yeah.
What was that? Jericho?
Yep.
I think it was Jericho Turnpike, and that's where the rough ones were.
Brass Monkey
But
was
they
a
were,
good place.
but it was still cool to see them with their, like Joey was saying, their gunshot wounds and their C-section scars, and they didn't.
Stitches.
They kept,
You know what?
They
Looked
kept
like
dancing.
Subway cars.
Sexy as fuck. I love
Graffiti.
those Ronkonkoma, Long Island white trash strippers that would be there during the day when you leave the strip club and the sun is fucking hurting your eyes still because it's high
it was-
noon.
Yeah, the pretty girls are on the weekend.
Right,
We
and at
went on
night.
open pole night.
Yeah,
or after
Open pole.
or after 8 p.m.
yeah. It was just the
I don't
worst
go to
girl.
strip clubs like now
I-
for
yeah,
some
I'm done.
reason.
No, now
like even
done.
Vegas, all nothing,
No reason.
nothing.
It
You
holds
know,
like when I was a kid, the whole
Nothing.
was sneaking in was the best part. And then when you
yeah.
got there, like,
Amazing.
I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a social disease.
And
No.
just seeing to see nudity like that, there's just no mystery anymore.
But
When I was-
these kids don't understand.
No, it was the only
We had
place you could
to
see
work
shit
for
like
it.
that.
You didn't have
Right.
the internet or anything. So when you walked in one of these places and women were nude, you were
Right.
out of your mind.
when I was like 15, they opened up a bar in northern New Jersey called the Meadowlands Inn. A bunch of cops got together. And one like night, I stumbled in there. I thought they would, when you're 15, you fucking try.
Sure.
You at least want to go, I want to get in. And one guy was like, yeah, get in there. And I went in there, and it was the biggest mistake of my life because I saw the worst. Like Wednesday nights was erotic banana night. So for $2, they give you a frozen banana at the door. You peeled it, gave it to the chick. She peeled it, stuck on her monkey, gave it back, and you had to eat it.
Oh,
disgusting.
shit.
There was a chick that sat on a Galliano bottle. There were chicks that would take the fucking. There were chicks that take the Budweiser, whack themselves off, suck the beer out, and then spit it. But the all-time classic was Christmas Eve, 1980. I was in there. I was about 16 with some of my fucking Goombas. We walked away. How bad could it be? Let's go down there Christmas Eve. Yeah. And we're kids. We're fucking kids. And no matter how big you are, you think you are at 16, you're an emotional fucking puke. And we're sitting there, we think we're gangsters, and this old guy's at the bar. And in those days, the strip clubs were smaller. And there was a bar, and it was a small stage. You could smell her fucking feet. Like, that's how. So all she had to do was basically pick her leg up and walk over to you. This guy was sitting at the bar, minding his own business. She did something. You know how they come and they have like, I'm going to do something. I guess this poor guy didn't know what he was getting involved in. This chick put her leg, came over, squatted in his face, and this guy ate her monkey at the bar, like 8 feet from us. You could hear like that Exorcist when she puts him, and then she took his fucking teeth out. She took his teeth out and put him in her monkey and put him back. We were shocked for fucking life. It was all over.
Man.
Do you know the Meadowlands Inn was so disgusting that they had a map at like Sex World? Like, I remember going home they have a map to a bar in my hometown. Like, I felt fucking like a king.
Yeah, it is.
Like, forget New York City. They have it. The dirtiest place ever is in Jersey, over the fucking bridge.
Something to be proud of right there.
And then they closed it down, and a couple bars opened up and tried to do that same format.
That's the old school strip clubs like that. Because now they all try to be like a gentleman's club.
Yeah.
I like the
dress codes.
Strip club where, dress code.
No jeans.
Yeah.
Why?
Steak night.
And then there's
like, I'm going to go eat a fucking steak, smelling that fucking...
Give us 20 minutes if you want the souffle. Call ahead.
And you used to just have a little few bucks in front of you, and you'd give them $1. And now they all have the back room for the private dance. It's like you're a local little shitty strip club.
Although one of the best steaks I had was in Dallas. They knew how to do it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
At a strip club?
Yeah, it was called The Lodge, I think.
Yeah,
they had a really nice steak.
Texas would do something like that.
They really had a good steak.
The guy from Pantera owns
one of those places down there.
One of the guys has one of them. I heard that he does it well, too.
I want to ask Joey about Whitney Houston, because we were talking about this off air. I feel like you told us, you told the story on our show, but maybe I heard it on Rogan's show.
What?
You used to hang with Whitney Houston.
No, I never hung with Whitney Houston.
A little bit.
What happened was, I was on the Rogan podcast, and we got into a conversation with her. It's really weird how, again, sometimes it's not something that you plan. You have written out.
Sure.
I had forgotten about it. I thought in the back of my mind, somebody's always helped somebody out. Like somebody's come on the show, and on the way out, they'll blink at Opie, and Opie's like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Can you I get a kilo of Coke?" And Opie will make a call and say, "Yeah, go hook my buddy up in Long Island." Right. And Opie will never say nothing. Well, I had the same thing happen to me in L.A. Like 2001, I used to buy weed from a kid, and he was one of those guys at CAA, kind of a stock clerk, and he met somebody, and he wasn't at CAA anymore, and he met some guy, and that guy went on to be a road manager for musicians. And one day I was buying weed, and he goes, "Do you know where I get some fucking blow from?" And I did it, and I wanted to help him, but I go, "Nah." I didn't know for months. I kept saying, "Nah." One day he came to me, he's like, "Bro, it's Whitney Houston's road manager." I was like, "Fuck it, let's try it out." It's Whitney Houston. How bad could it be? So I started getting them blow from time to time. Like they would buy like 17 grams, like 14 grams, and he would give it to me with per diem money. Like from the fucking, he would have the envelope like
it
the
was
music.
For him or was
it was for her, but with his per diem money.
Right.
That was the story,
Oh wow, yeah.
And it went on for like 2.5 months. Like every fucking day they would I'd be at the Comedy Store and all some bing, and in a way it was like my income at the time. I was getting like an 8-ball out of the fucking deal, and then I never heard from them ever again. And it was really ironic. It was Grammy weekend, where they told me, not that weekend when she died just recently.
Right. Yeah.
This is like 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Yeah, thank God.
You don't need that on your conscience.
No, but it was really weird. I had spoken about it on the Joe Rogan podcast, and it was amazing how I got contacted. And I did this a year or two before she died. And I got contacted by thousands of people.
Yeah, huh?
Thousands. And I said, you know what? I don't want to talk about it because it was...
I thought they wanted Coke.
No. I thought they wanted Coke,
too. A lot of people were calling. Got a kilo.
Joey can get.
The shit that kills a motherfucker. No. It's amazing how I never spoke about it. You know, it was like nothing to me. And I spoke about it like 2 years later. She died. So I had like a lot of.
Well, you would know that. How do you not know that's a huge story? You talk about it, it's like, you know,
hey, listen,
one of America's sweethearts there is a coke
I've
fiend.
always heard, but everybody knew. Like,
at that point, they did, yeah.
You know, I found out the weirdest way. I knew when I came home for a wedding. I had friends of mine that had a car wash and then go with Clips. And at the wedding, we're talking. They're like, dog, you know who comes in all the time? And there's always bindles. Remember, they came in bindles. Under her seat.
Okay, so she had
Whitney,
him in
and I'm like,
car.
Whitney Houston, really? Really? You're going to tell me, Whitney, I want love, fucking all those
children are the future.
Stop it, all right?
Let
Fucking
them
stop
lead the
it.
way.
Right. And then the reputation got out of hand. And when you go to Atlanta, you really hear about it. Like, that's where the brothers really fucking like, you kidding me? Fuck. She was around here terrorizing people.
Jesus. I got to go to the phone real fast because Jim Jefferies is catching a flight.
Yes.
Jim.
Hey.
What's up, buddy? We got Joey Diaz in the studio and Adam Ferrara.
Hey, Jim.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Jim.
How are you, buddy? Where are you flying to?
I'm about to go to New Orleans for a gig and then off to Dallas.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. I'm going a week after Mardi Gras, so I don't think it's going to be that exciting. I'll probably
Dallas, tell him where to get a steak.
Yeah, go to the
strip
lodge,
club.
I think it's called. You can get a nice steak at a strip club down there. I'm serious. And then another place is called Legs and Eggs.
That doesn't sound good.
Or that's their
Breakfast joint?
Or that's their promotion. So when all the other bars and stuff close down, you go and get legs and eggs. One strip club stays open a little longer, and you get some eggs with your legs. Yeah,
Jesus.
So no, I hear New Orleans. Everyone says you got to go to New Orleans when it's not Mardi Gras because it still has that party atmosphere, but the streets aren't packed.
Yeah, I want to go there when women accept, to take their tops off for beads.
Right.
I like that level of currency.
But they still do it all year.
They do it all year long
yeah,
over there?
all year round they do that. Of course.
We've only been there for Mardi Gras.
And it's been crazy.
Insanity.
You can't even cross the street.
Yeah.
We used to go down there every year. I think we did maybe 3.
Yep.
And we used to broadcast from the balconies, and we would see such debauchery happening.
We would just watch
below us.
black guys beating up white people on the street. It was fantastic. Jesus.
No, the knockout game.
It's years ago.
Yeah, it was before everyone called it the knockout game. We saw it in New Orleans at Mardi Gras. These poor couples, and you couldn't even warn them because no one could hear you.
Yeah.
From above, we would see it going down, man. This nice couple just walking on the sidewalk, and they would turn a corner, and all hell would break
there's
loose.
a bunch of thugs. They're walking right by him. Bam! The guy would get punched in the face.
It was
girls getting her tits squeezed. And
it was
fucking just thugs.
I'm not a fan of Mardi Gras.
How many beads do you get for that? For punching?
Yeah, for punching white people in the face, you get some beads. How's the show going?
I was stupid to say that it's starting up soon, but it started a couple weeks ago, right? Legit?
Yeah.
The new season?
It's going good, man. Yeah. It's going good. The critics are like, it's a bit hard to find on the new channel. It's on FXX now.
FXX?
So that makes it a bit more difficult. But it's going good, man. I think I'm pretty happy with the ratings. I'm pretty happy with the response we've been getting. And, this season's a lot better than the first season. First season had a few shitty episodes in there.
No, I liked it, man. You're being hard on yourself. I liked every episode.
Oh, well, watch this one then.
Okay.
You didn't even know it started.
I can't watch everything. I got 2. You got 1 kid. Imagine 2 of them.
Oh, I know. Yeah, but how late are you putting these kids to bed? It's like 10.
No,
He's putting himself to bed at that hour.
Yeah. I'm going to bed by 10 if I can. But my son, he's already a night owl. We messed that one up.
Yeah,
We're doing it right with the second one.
Yeah.
Second one, we make sure goes to bed right at 7:38. Nice. The older one, he's only 3.5, pushing 4, I guess. Yeah, he goes to bed whenever he wants. We blew it.
I got to bring up. I told you about Ellis years ago.
Yes,
I got your
was
text.
ahead of the curve on that one.
Yeah, I got your text.
Yeah, you knew, right?
He's got what I call bad character, man.
He's one of those cunts that whenever he came into the studio, he always sort of eyed off with me a little bit and sort of went,
Well, what about if you wear a dog collar with a fucking an electric shock in it, or I hit you over the legs with a bamboo stick? And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Right.
I've
Yeah,
worked on my
that's right.
personality for years, you fucking thug. Stop having heavy lifting with a fucking shock collar. Why don't we have some witty conversation, you dick?
You dick. That's right. The shock collar and the
It was,
stick
you know what,
and-
but it's easy to just trash everything. But that was kind of a fun day, though. Although you're right, it was a fun day because you were really not into that.
I told you about that, right? If you watch that footage back,
Yeah.
I acted like my shock collar was my button, but I never actually pressed the button. I just acted like I was getting shocked a couple of times, and I took it off.
Good for you.
I wasn't going to risk that. I don't want a fucking electric volt through my neck.
Go through that shit, right?
We
Get
got-
brain damage.
We got a guy that's been calling us lately that wants in on this badly because I guess he's wondering if you remember him. Hold on a second. John, you're on with Jim Jefferies.
Jim Jefferies, what's up? I don't know if he remembers me, but I just got to say, Jim Jefferies is fucking hilarious to hang out with. And,
Oh,
What are you getting nervous?
I might be.
yeah, I got a little nervous. Fucking,
he's coming apart.
But you hung out
on
with
a
Jim
second.
Jefferies. You were telling us the other day that all the girls that were hitting on Jim, you or your cousin would bang or something?
yeah. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I wanted to know if he remembers us. That basically when when he first got sober.
You're going to have to give me a date and time.
Right?
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I was trying to figure out a date and time. But no, when he first got sober, when he did one of the shows, and he was sober, and then he remembered. So after we hung out after, and then there was like some asshole kid that basically kept on telling you to do shots, that was me basically.
Again, this was something that could have been any day or any night or time.
Actually, there was only a window.
Like fucking 2-3 years ago now, you know. And we
Yeah.
hung out a fucking couple times till like 5:30 in the morning.
All
whatever. But I
right.
just wanna
He
say Jim
doesn't
Jefferies-
remember you.
Does he have an electric collar?
Jesus, right? Yeah.
that him?
All right.
He always had groupies, these two chicks that wanted to do him.
All right. Well, thank you, John. Jim, sorry about that.
Jesus.
They're not all going to
Christ.
work. They're not all going to work.
Wow, that guy was just a.
Joey, I think he had a gummy
Remember
breakfast
like
too.
you were in a town
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know, the town.
Yeah, my brother-in-laws have hung out with Jeffries as well, man. Everyone has hung out with
Everyone
Jim
has
Jeffries,
at some
when,
point.
especially when you were. Are you partying at all these days or?
I'm partying a little bit. The thing is, I used to party a lot, but I didn't have a kid.
Yeah.
And then I used to ruin my health with it. And now I'm like, I can't get drunk that much. So when I see like a little window of opportunity, I do take it. You know.
Yeah. It's definitely changed you though, having a kid.
Yeah, it's like I'm a zoo animal now. I used to be a wild animal. I'm like an animal in the zoo that occasionally. But if you left the gate open, I'd run away, but I'd come back 2 days later going, oh, I've hurt myself. I don't know what to do.
Yeah. That's a very good analogy.
Yeah.
I was on Conan the other day and I showed a picture of my son. And my mother rang me up and goes, that wasn't a very good picture of him. You should go back on the show and show a cuter picture of him. I'm like, yeah, that's what these late night shows want. They want
Yes, baby pictures.
No,
of their kid.
It was perfect because the bit basically it looked like Jim Jeffries' kid was wasted at the Dodgers game. I saw it.
Yeah, well, the joke was that it was like I was just keeping him awake to watch the game because I thought I'll take him to a baseball game, but then I didn't remember that they ended at like 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And that's too much for a child. So you just got to slap it around a bit to keep it up.
Slap it around. Yeah, so I guess going back on there with another picture, not going to happen.
That would be silly.
Not going to happen. You still working with the handicapped on the new
Of course.
new season?
Yeah, of course. I'm like the Pied Piper of the handicap, man.
Really are.
I just play my little flute and they follow me around until we get to some stairs, you know.
And how's Ronnie doing?
What, Rodney? Rodney's great, man.
Rodney, I mean, yeah, right.
Yeah, he comes over to my house and we hang out and all that type of stuff. And now we've got guest stars this year. We've got George Lazenby playing my dad,
Oh,
who
shit.
was James Bond.
Yeah, he was.
and we got Carrie Fisher comes on to an episode.
Oh, damn, Princess Leia.
We
right
had her
there.
in studio. She's strange, man.
Yeah, she's a funny lady, man. She'll be smoking cigarettes outside, and as soon as she gets inside, she's straight into the vapor.
Yeah.
I'm like, she's had some fucking hard partying in her life, I tell you.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back in the old, she used to party with those SNL people.
Right.
She said to me, she goes, I'm going off to London for 6 months to film the new Star Wars movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think, from looking at it, the new Star Wars movie is a direct continuation. They go with number 7. It's not going to be the next day, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, huh?
Unless she had that same problem that the Emperor had, where he just aged. I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know how they're going to figure that out.
Yeah, that is tough.
Maybe it's a cameo. Maybe she isn't playing her original part.
Oh,
She's there for 6 months.
Well, she's the best.
She's playing herself, and then Han Solo too.
Yeah,
Harrison Ford, who we saw on the Academy Awards. It's like, oh boy, that guy can barely
He's got
read
dementia
shit now.
or something.
I think he's got something going on.
He had those faraway eyes when they showed him at the Oscars.
Yeah,
he just smokes a lot of weed.
He smokes a lot of weed.
Smokes a lot of
He's a
weed.
weed guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's it.
I guess
then.
you smoke a lot of weed if you're going on the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said something nasty about his wife there. What's his wife's name?
Callista?
Callista Flockhart.
Flockhart.
That one. I said that it's nice for Han Solo to take Aunt Veru to the fucking Oscars.
Oh, what does she look like these days?
Skeleton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she never figured that out, huh?
Aunt Veru, whatever her name is.
What a wrinkly-looking skeleton.
Yes. Yes. Wrinkly
It's an odd
skeleton.
look.
It's hard for a skeleton to get
You look
wrinkles.
like Audrey Hepburn once the cancer really kicked in.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That's quite the visual there, Jim.
It's nice to know you haven't lost your edge, Jim.
Not at all.
Hey, when are you coming to New York? We miss you.
I just did a show there. I always come on the fucking weekend. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big star. Now you fly in, last minute for the shows.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You know, if on any weekday I'm there, I come in.
Yeah, we know that.
Hasn't happened. I get a lot of flack from your fans, like that they think that I'm big timing or something.
No,
Yeah, they'll get like that.
No.
That's okay.
All right, listen, we got to let you go. Get on that plane. We got Joey Diaz and Adam in here. We haven't even talked to Adam yet.
All right, thanks a lot for having me, guys.
No worries. So, Legit Season 2, Wednesdays, 10 p.m. on FXX. We'll all be watching.
All right,
Thank you.
All right, Jim. Good talking to you, buddy.
Go, Jim.
Jim Jefferies.
Jim Jefferies. A lot of people think me and Jim Jefferies don't like each other because of his gun tweets. And my gun tweets.
Why?
You guys
tweet with the gun? What are you doing?
Yeah, I tweet with a gun. He's very anti.
But you guys haven't gone at it.
No, I could care less what his stance is. It's not like he has any power to do anything.
Right.
He's got his opinions. I got mine. That's that. I'm a little more lenient with friends also. Friends of the show, if they have those. Other people, I won't be so lenient with,
Okay.
Fucking pussy.
Okay.
I remember when I left my paintball gun at your house. I came back. It was a grenade launcher.
Yeah, I kind of rebuilt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little
That's when you
rebuilding.
knew you were starting your own militia.
Yeah.
I went to the range with Jimbo when Jimbo got his sniper license.
Yeah.
I almost killed myself at the range. Like he gave me, he had a 9mm and he showed me how to shoot it. So I squeezed off a couple rounds. I didn't do too bad. I turned around. I go, Jimmy, the trigger's kind of, and I said, okay.
Oh,
wow.
yeah.
I'm done. Yeah.
Finger shouldn't have been on the trigger at all at that point.
Well, I know that now.
Yes.
Are you still on Top Gear?
Captain Safety, yeah.
How's that going? Good?
That's fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, we're having a lot of
Are
fun.
you running out of storylines and cars to drive?
No,
How does
I
a
don't.
show like that work out?
Well, we sit in a creative room and we pitch ideas.
Yeah.
And I remember one of them in the paintball episode. I said,
Yeah.
I want to put guns on a car. I want to put paint guns on a car. And the executive producer went, brilliant. And I went, well, that was easy.
All right.
Wow.
And I bought I got a El Camino and I put a turret in the back. And I got those old. Remember that old game we used to play with the World War II anti-aircraft guns?
Oh yeah.
I got him to weld me that sight. It spun all the way around, and I chased Rutledge around and started just shooting him.
Yeah.
I got. I was telling Aunt and Joey that I bought a '70 Buick Deuce and a quarter from the show.
Wow,
a big giant.
That is a giant car.
It is just amazing. It's first of all the back seat. I can lay down straight in the back seat.
Yeah.
It's just the friggin' trunk's bigger than my apartment. You just open that thing up. I have 3 garages in Santa Monica. It doesn't fit in any of them.
You have
18 feet 8 inches.
Wait, you got 3 garages now?
Yeah.
That's an 18-foot long car.
Yeah, 8 inches. Well, it's 225. That's 225 inches.
But you were never a car guy, and now you're all in.
I know.
This is so
I always
weird.
liked them, but I never had I still don't have the mechanical ability. Like to fix this car, I told the guy.
But you got the
whatever.
garages for cars.
Yeah, I got the
obviously.
garage now.
Wow.
So now it's like I've been given the keys to the kingdom.
Yeah.
How's the insurance on multiple cars?
Actually, the Buick isn't bad because it's a classic.
Yeah.
So the other ones, the other 2 aren't bad.
They stepped my insurance up.
Which one?
Boy.
How's the insurance on the Shelby?
Well, now it's between the Shelby and the Escalade.
Yeah.
And, of late, recently, the past 2 years or so,
He's been a bad boy.
I've had a
it's a
very
driving
bad
record.
run of luck as far as getting pulled over and actually getting tickets. I used to get out of tickets.
You got
pretty
me out of
easy.
one once because I listened to the show. Going to Jimmy's wedding.
that'll help.
I was speeding to Jimmy's wedding.
Yeah. I got a few. So my insurance quote, $10,000 a year.
You're paying more than Ted Kennedy did.
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
$10,000 a year.
Jesus.
I have to call my broker today because I think she found a better deal for me.
That's ridiculous.
But and then I got another letter from Department of Motor Vehicle, New York State, blah, blah, blah. Notice of suspension. Your license will be suspended April, whatever. I'm like, what is this about? Oh, I didn't pay my fucking driver assessment fine. Here's the double jeopardy bullshit they pull on you with this fucking shit in New York State. You get a ticket, which I did. I got the fucking ticket, and I pay the fucking ticket.
Right.
What was it, a speeding ticket or something?
Yeah, a lot of money,
How
points on
heavy
your
over?
license.
How much over?
It was a biggie.
Was
I think
it
it was 70.
The guy wrote me up.
75 and a 75 and a 45.
Ouch.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 30.
Yeah, 30 over.
It was biggie. So then they send you this other fine, and they call it a driver assessment penalty, and you have to pay another $150.
What is it, though?
It's because you got a ticket.
It's
so they're
just
able
another
to,
way to make money.
Yeah.
What is it, like a service charge type of thing or something?
No, because there's a surcharge on your ticket already.
Not enough already.
Now it's just a new thing that says, well, you're a bad driver because you did something bad. Now we're going to fine you just for being a bad driver. We already fined you for the thing you did.
Right.
But now here's a fine for being an unsafe driver.
Yeah, it's another way of making money.
bastards.
I get them all the time because I go from
Gotta
my,
pay those
my
every
place
year, too.
up to San Francisco. So on the 5, it's like 65. So you hammer down at night and just going. And the cop was really cool to me going through this little county there. He said, "Listen, you're doing almost 100, but I'm going to write you up for." He gave me like 15, 20 over. He says, and he told me what to do. He says,
That's not being nice. If he was being nice, he would just let you go.
No, they can
I'm so
lock
sick
you
of this.
up.
I'm being nice.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
said,
but-
pay the ticket, do the traffic school online, no points go to your insurance.
Right.
And that's what we did.
Yeah, I had to do the traffic thing online.
Valentine 1. That's the best radar detector you can get, I found.
Oh, yeah?
Valentine 1. Yeah.
Oh, wait, you drive from L.A. to San Francisco?
My in-laws are up in San Francisco.
And you drive from L.A.?
Oh,
That's
yeah, from San-
That's a long trip.
5
It's a nice trip.
Yeah.
You do it in 5 hours, L.A.
Yeah.
to San Francisco?
Yeah.
Well, you're not taking
4.5, kind of, if
You're not
on.
taking Coast Highway though.
No, take the 5.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
It
you got to
smells
go.
like it's like Cowschwitz because it just smells. Right. You just got to drive through that.
Okay,
really
yeah, I'm
quickly.
stupid. I did the Pacific Coast Highway
Oh,
a
the
few
domestic
times.
drive, yeah.
Oh, it's
Winding,
awesome. It's so
fucking
nice.
forever drive.
Yeah.
Takes you,
Fuck that.
8 hours to go 20 miles or something?
God, romantic.
Get on the freeway and go.
nice, though.
Nail it.
It's crazy in L.A. when you go to court. It's like they say it's a $25 ticket if you get caught talking on the phone. That's till you get to fucking court. It's $2.90.
Really?
Yeah, because they hit you with the victims
There's this
fund
and that other thing.
the other fund.
Yeah.
So it was.
Oh,
but
right.
LA's. I tell you what, I didn't have. I lost my physical license, my Colorado license, when I moved to LA in '98 and '97. I just never got a California license. So for years, I just drove. This is pre 9/11.
yeah. Right.
You could do whatever the fuck you wanted.
I had two before 9/11. I had New York and California.
I had a Colorado and New Jersey. I kept my New Jersey all those years.
Yeah.
I never surrendered dick. I just tell them I don't have it. Let them do the paper.
Right.
You just play stupid. You know, they keep mailing you. Listen, I'm absentee ballot still in Jersey. That's Jersey. They'll get you to vote even after you're fucking dead. They could care less in Jersey. You will vote till you're dead in fucking Jersey. So I had the Jersey and the Colorado, and something happened, I lost it. And after 9/11, there was a time when I still didn't have, I had a California license. I didn't have, so for years, I would drive without a license and speed.
Jesus.
And it's amazing how many times they would let me go. You know, when you're coming back from Irvine, Irvine, Ontario, and Brea, those are the big ones when you're coming back. And the cop told me, he goes, if you don't have alcohol on your breath on Fridays and Saturdays, we let you go. We don't have time to give you a ticket.
Right.
Wow. Yeah. If you're a gentleman,
They're out getting
if you don't
drunks,
open up, but why are you fucking pulling me over?
Right.
They let you go.
And if your sticker's current on you,
if your sticker's current, as long as you don't have alcohol on your breath,
and
that helps.
they'll let you go. But I remember like getting those tickets and going down to, I got a ticket one time for no license. I went down there, it was like $300, and I thought it was a fix-it license, like a come back in 6 months and we'll give you $100 back type deal. I asked her, I go, so what does it cost? And she goes, look, here's the deal, all right? The fine is $300. Give me $425. I don't give a fuck if you ever get a license. Because you don't have to get dick. I go, so I don't have to come back? Nope.
Wow.
I paid the $425 and that was it.
But you paid $425 and she just let you go.
Let me go. No license. I remember walking to the car thinking it was a setup.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to start the car, and they're going to pull me right over, you know? You know?
Like De Niro in Casino.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't really care.
Put it behind the firewall.
But it's amazing how people think, it's $25 till you get to court.
Yeah.
Then you have victim compensation. The
there's
judge,
all kinds of fucking horse shit.
It's like your cell phone bill. You don't know what half that shit is.
No, you know what happened. If you really look at your cell phone bill, you really will get pissed the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And then you call Sprint, and that's a nightmare. Whoever the fuck you call.
The government and state taxes they've put on the phone that have nothing to do with phones.
Yeah.
Even when you fly now, dude, that's the biggest scam at this. You know, it's everybody blames the presidents. It's nothing to do with it. I'm watching flying where it's becoming. Now the pre-TSA line is getting long. So now they got to open up a new one. Yeah. So they're going to open up another one in between regular people and first class.
Right.
And you're going to see in about a year or two, if you just fly regularly, it's going to be a 2.5 hour wait.
You're kidding. Well, they have the.
You can see it. You can see it.
Clear came out was like when, and then that went away, and now they have the free thing.
You're supposed to be able to get like they do a background check on you, and you could go right through.
I've been vetted.
Yes,
I've been vetted. And I can have the peanuts. So
yes,
but pre is getting packed now.
Yeah,
pre. I'm looking at pre the last 2 weeks going.
When do you fly? Because do you go in early in the morning?
Thursdays, I get the hell out of LA Thursday.
But that's when you get killed. It's early in the morning. Everyone wants to get the fuck out early in the morning.
Not in LA.
Well, I take the JetBlue flight back and forth. I take the 4. If I got to I go leave the day
Burbank
before.
or
no LAX.
LAX.
And I'll take the 4 o'clock on JetBlue out. I get in at midnight the night before for whatever I got.
I wouldn't know.
And that's not
what
bad.
time you should leave. I'll just be like,
no, I get out of LA.
Leave, what, Friday at fucking noon?
I'm 51.
Can I do that?
If you can get out at the afternoons, it's less crowded.
Yeah.
I'm 51. If I could. Listen, I don't have much time left. I don't want it to be in a fucking car on the 405 or on the 5. So everything I do has fucking movement. Right. I don't leave my house unless there's an envelope involved. If he wants to call me and say, come to Santa Monica, that's fucking great. Invite yourself. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen after 1:30. It's not going to fucking happen. Remember SBV, Sudden Barton, and Why don't you go down to 5th and Ocean at 4:45? Tell your mother to go to 5th and Ocean at 4:45. That's what I tell them. When they call me for an audition, they go, hi. You have a 5:40. Okay, let me ask you, would you send your mother down? That's exactly what I say to them. Would you send your mother down at 5 o'clock? There'll just be silence on the other side. If you notice, that kid from Modern Family won the Oscar, the show. What did he say? He goes, I just want you to know that I went to all those auditions on Ocean Avenue at 4:30. Because everybody knows when they call you for those, they suck. You're going to be stuck from the 10 to the 405 on that bridge.
I got to be on
there's a fucking
Kenny
earthquake.
at 5 o'clock.
Oh, Abbott Kenny. To show somebody your hands. Hi, thank you for coming down. Go like this. Thank you. And you're like,
I have to go. I'm on Strong Avail for a Whirlpool commercial.
And you're like, what the fuck? So, oh, fuck you. I don't go anywhere.
Wow, man.
It's hilarious. So what I do is I take the 4 to 5 a.m. flight. out of LAX. It takes me, I leave Studio City at 4, and I get to LAX at 4:25.
Nice, yeah.
And that's doing fucking 80 in the HOV lane solo. You know what I'm saying? With a vapor pen. That's why I was smoking dope, because there ain't nobody out there. I get so paranoid, I'm doing 90 in the right-hand lane now. I'm like fucking driving. You know, there's nobody out there. I go to the third level, whatever. You park your car right by the elevator like a fat fuck that I am. I don't want to walk all around God's creation. And I go and I get the fuck out of it. I swear to God, I get.
You leave your car at LAX for how long?
3 days.
Yeah. It's cheaper. I did the math once. 3 days is good. After 4 days, it's cheaper to take a car
Right,
service.
so it's 100 each way. So it's a deuce. For 4 days, it's like $1.60 or something, $1.20.
Well,
whatever.
if you're transporting some fucking, illegal shit, maybe you want your trunk, you need that.
That California traffic, I was looking at it this morning. You guys got it together here. The East Coast has it together, and you still have problems. But you have 90 fucking million people living in a small area. When we were in the island, when you guys were in the island when you were kids, and I go up to Montauk when I was a kid, there was no fucking traffic on the weekends. Now go to fucking Long Island on Friday at 3 o'clock.
Crazy.
You're dead. You're dead. You know it.
My mother moved out. She's out by my brother Joe. She's all the way out on exit 63. And Ma, listen, I'll send a car for you. Come in here.
That's why on Friday, like today, when the show's over, I get the fuck out of here so fast because by the 15 minutes it gets worse and worse and worse. Rush hour, it's rush day.
Getting
out of here on
and the
Friday.
fucking roads are terrible. I mean,
You see all the potholes?
Man,
Don't we pay to get that shit fixed?
That's why you need
It's on
These
your
roads
fucking
are
phone bill.
eating up.
it's on my phone bill.
It's hysterical how I tell people there's a big difference on the 405 between 10 to 6 and 10 after 6.
It's amazing.
10 to 6 in L.A., you get right on that 405. As long as you get the jump by the skirball, you're good to go.
right by Getty Center.
By Getty Center, I'm good to go.
Now you're fuckers of the construction.
Now you're fuckers of the construction. But in my world, listen, guys, I ain't got time to fucking sit. I get on that HOV lane whether I'm solo or not. In my world,
I always go HOV.
the baby seat counts as a fucking seat, whether she's in the car or not, motherfucker. I just zoom, and I pass those cops. They don't even stop. What are you gonna do?
They don't.
7 fucking more. You really gonna pull me over?
They do on
for what?
All the times they don't get you, and if they
get you,
if they grab you once, who cares? You're ahead of the game.
Yeah, it's worth it.
That's how I look at it.
I cannot afford any more fucking
I got
points.
to take. Remember the Northridge quake? Were you out there for Northridge?
No.
I was out for the Northridge quake in California. The 10, they shut it down. The only lane that was open was the HOV lane, and it was the only lane. So I was in it by myself. I got a $300 ticket. He goes, "You shouldn't be in this lane."
The day of the earthquake?
When they were digging out and fixing the whole thing, I said, "There is no other fucking lane."
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, take it up with the court.
Oh,
$300.
Well, why?
Yeah.
How's Nurse Jackie, by the way?
Great. It appears when it premieres April 13th.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Season 6. This is
6 already.
This is your second season, right?
This is my second season. They're doing season 6.
Wow.
And we're in season 4.5 for Top Gear.
Wow.
And I actually go down after Monday, after Gotham this weekend. I go down and we start shooting.
Oh, you're at Gotham this weekend?
I'm at Gotham this weekend.
Should promote that.
Yes.
Tonight, Saturday, and Sunday at Gotham. And then we go back. And I got to drive. You remember the Buick Grand National?
Oh yeah, I used to love those.
I got to drive one in '86.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So what
does that mean?
Those are fun.
What does that mean to non-car guys like myself?
6-cylinder turbo. But when we were kids, that was the
shit.
That was the coolest Buick there was, because Buick is usually an old man's car.
Yeah.
But that was like a renegade.
Grand
car.
National had balls. Yeah. It was fun.
And I got to drive it, and then that was fun. That was because that's the coolest thing about the show is like I was telling Joey about the Buick and everything, and all these cars we loved as kids. Can I have that? And if they can find it, they'll get it from me.
Did you drive the Paul Walker car?
No, the Carrera GT. I did not.
I hear they're just a scary
nightmare.
fucking.
At that speed, those cars, and and they were professional drivers, man. Shit goes wrong real quick.
Why would you have a car where shit could go wrong real quick?
It's exciting.
Even if you're,
I know.
It is exciting. It's like being aroused at knife point.
It
You're
really
terrified,
is. Yeah.
but you're excited.
Right.
It's horrifying.
Yeah.
But then once you let off the gas and you're back again, you're like, oh, that was kind of cool.
My ADD is you don't realize how much I have it until I'm doing like $140. The car starts getting light, and I'm like, oh, fucking just think fast, rabbit. Just focus, man, because anything at that speed,
the tunnel vision you get, the faster you go, the less you're paying attention to on your peripherals. You are focused out the front of that windshield, and that's it.
Until the deer pops out.
Oh,
I went
God,
to drag
bunny
racing
rabbit
school.
will kill you.
Right. I just did the drag racing school down there, and it's
you
not,
did?
and it's not a gas. You floor the gas, and they have a rev limiter on it, but you hit a trans brake. And
Yeah.
when you let go, it just shoots you.
Oh, shit.
And the edges go to it's like it's gone to plaid.
Yeah.
The edges just go like this, and you're just focused.
Wow.
This way.
How fast were you going?
I don't know. The fastest I've ever been in a quarter mile is 11 in an electric dragster. So that's about $1.25. This was actually, I think they said it was about $1.40, $1.45, like 9.
You're not scared at all?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're scared every fucking time.
Okay, all right. Cool. Thank God.
Yes, it's terrifying.
Right.
But it's like fun. It's like that
drag racing school.
Yeah, you got to learn that shit. They can't put you in a real drag unless you know what you're doing.
You know what you're
they got
fucking
line
doing.
locks so you can burn out and everything. It's not like we used to do in parking lots with just holding the brake and
Yeah. You lock up the front brakes, and then you're
big ass tires, and then the noise and the violence.
I remember doing that, and it was rough in a 4-speed to try to work the clutch, the brake, and the gas to get yourself where your front brakes were holding, your rear brakes were sliding, and you'd stay in one place and just
And you had
burn
to
your
heel toe the gas and the brake. just to
you're
keep
like
it.
feathering it a little bit, and that was a fucking
And then
crazy.
the hardest part of that was returning to rent a car with a good story. Like, I don't know what happened.
I don't know. The clutch is kind of bad.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Smells something. I
Brakes
think.
are not too good.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, Christ. Oh, is Chris going to get the car?
I just gave him the fucking...
Chris, go get the old vehicle, my friend.
Hell, why don't we start our weekends?
I know, that
Joey
sounds
Diaz
good.
killed for us. Adam
Cool,
Ferrara
it's
did
great.
great.
What a
and
pisser.
Jefferies, we did it, man. Fuck
A
it.
lot of fun.
Right?
Showtime.
Good show, old chap.
Joey Diaz is at the Stress Factory tonight and tomorrow. It's Mad Flavor on Twitter and the podcast again, Joey.
Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 a.m. The Church of What's Happening Now.
You start at 6 a.m.?
6 a.m.
You can do your podcast anytime you want. Why are you starting at 6
I want
a.m.?
to get the people in the morning like you. I want to get them early.
you
I
go.
get up early.
Get 'em
for
to
years, I
download
was
for
on
the ride.
Twitter. Yeah, for
Rise
years I
and
get up
shine.
in the morning. I get up like at 5. I'm one of those old men that gets up, but I've always gotten up early. I love it.
right,
Love it.
bright and early.
Even when you're
Love
on
it.
stand-up time?
Even
never.
I grew up in a Cuban house. My mom would beat the shit out of me in the mornings. Like, get up, you gotta fucking give your love to the sun and all this shit. She was like a Cuban hippie. So she'd make me go out and drink coffee in front of the sun and shit.
Cuban coffee wakes you
Cuban
the
coffee in
fuck
front
up.
of the sun, yeah.
In front of the sun.
Yeah, like
You gotta
just to
have it in
get
front of the sun.
So I always got instilled in me. So I used to get up on Twitter and just say stuff and put music on. So when I started doing the podcast, I go, I'm up anyway. I hate committing this on the daytime because you know how LA is. You got something every day at that time. So I said, let me do it at 6 and get it over with. I'm done by 7:38.
Here's my sleeping habits. Around this time of year, I've woken up and not known whether it was AM or PM. Like, I think oh, fuck, I got to go to work. It's like 6 o'clock, and I'm looking, and it's kind of blue out. It's like getting light or dark. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I think it's nighttime. Oh, shit, okay.
Yeah, we're at that time of year where it matches up. 6 a.m. and
It's
6 p.m. are
creepy.
look exactly the same outside.
That's the worst when you would fall asleep during the day and you wake up and it's night and you're just all like, oh, God.
Where am I? What am I doing? What is this?
I wake up early on the weekends because that's my time.
Breakfast or beer? What am I doing?
Right.
What is it?
Before the kids get up, I got a couple hours myself. It's funny because I'll get on Twitter as he's getting off.
Yeah. Like,
It's almost like
You're
we're
up all night on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
It's almost like we're tagging each other.
I
He'll
know.
do his last tweet.
I see him.
And then I pop on right after.
Like, I'll see him and I'll go, oh, what is this going to be? A cat or a gun?
Cat or a gun pick?
Well, you got cats?
One cat.
You're a cat dude?
A little Bengal cat.
Yeah, I'm a cat dude, too.
He's a good guy.
I got a dog.
And you're a gun dude.
He's a pissy. Yeah.
You love guns.
I love shooting guns. There are a lot of. I love going to the range. I'm not a hunter. I don't like
I
hunting.
couldn't kill a animal either.
I don't care if you hunt. I mean, I'm not one of those, I don't give a shit. But I just love going down to the range, shooting targets, get proficient. And I like the fact that, I can choose to protect myself in the way I think is the best for me. So that's how I feel about
How much
the old
did you rehearse
second.
that statement?
I've said that on many a show on Fox News.
You might have said that a few times. Just a few.
But it is true.
When you start put turrets on the house.
I don't like. Yeah. I just don't like the government stepping in and telling me how I should. When they deem that the best way to protect themselves is with armed people, and the best response to someone that's armed is to send in a fuckload of armed people with what they call assault weapons. And yet, if I want to protect myself against some threat, they say I can't. It's ludicrous.
See, I don't have a gun only because you know my proficiency.
Well, yeah, it could be a
I'll shoot
problem.
a foot off, but my personality is like I don't want a handgun. I want like a 50 caliber deck cannon off the USS Missouri.
Well,
and just put it on the roof of the house.
Yeah.
You just have to move that gun. Just get off the lawn.
Right. And Adam Ferrara is playing Gotham tonight.
Yes.
Tomorrow and Sunday.
Go see Adam
on 23rd Street here in New York, right?
Yep.
And of course, Nurse Jackie's season premiere. Well, that's a ways down the road, but still, congratulations! And you're getting a lot of scenes still, right?
Yeah, it's a great.
That's awesome.
Well, you can watch it on demand, catch up, and then when the new season starts, then you're all fucking.
I got to set the alarm so I can get up and listen to Joey. I had no idea he was up that early.
I'm going to check out your podcast for the first time, Joey. I'm adding you. I'm adding you to
I like you on Rogan.
Yeah, absolutely. We all love
everyone
Rogan.
does. Yeah,
Rogan's a great pool player. He taught me how to shoot pool.
Yeah, I heard the podcast where he was talking about his pool play.
Yeah. When he was on right before News Radio, he was on that Fox baseball show, and we used to meet at the athletic club after he would rap, and we would shoot pool.
It's really good, right?
Yeah.
What's the story there? His family owned it, or he worked at one? I'm trying to remember.
No,
now.
it's a hobby for him.
He just was hanging
it's
out.
It's like chess for him.
I'm talking about like back in the day.
Yeah, he really likes.
He just hung out.
He looks like the kind of guy that would think out the angles.
He focuses on it. Yeah, he knows himself.
He knows the angles.
And he took. He's very intelligent in the sense that like he gave his pool table to charity or something. And I said, why? He goes, because I would leave the Comedy Store and go home and shoot pool till 6 in the morning by myself. He's one of those guys.
Wow. He had a pool table in his apartment. And the neighbor downstairs.
That's how crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. I traded my desk chair when I moved from L.A. to New York. I gave him this big Godfather desk chair I had, and he gave me a Richard Black pool cue. I still got it.
Nice.
Yeah.
He was hooked on the game, Quake.
Oh, he was playing Quake.
He told me about how he got into Quake. He would go home at night.
That's old school.
He got rid of all that shit.
I thought you meant the breakfast cereal.
No, one day I go over there, he gives me this computer, this monster. He goes, take it home with you. I can't have it.
He's
take
hilarious.
it home. I brought it home. My wife was like, what the fuck is that thing? I don't know. She goes, that's for like fucking game or NASA and shit. I mean, this thing, you put it on, the whole house would warm
Crazy
up.
gaming computer.
Why am I sweating in the fucking winter? Because this computer he had, he was playing Quake across the world with Chinese people and Arabs. He was on there fucking playing Quake and shit. But that's how he catches himself. He's like, you know what? I have an addictive person now, so now I think he's got the pool table back.
Yeah,
and he had it because the kids and the wife. He had a, but I think he's great. You're right. Yeah. No, that's his thing. You know, we go on the road. We do the comedy show. We go eat, and then he'll say, "What do you want to do? You want to go shoot pool?" And Ari will get stuck with him. Ari, and then I'll talk to Ari the next day. What'd you do? He had me at the pool hall till 8:15 in the fucking morning.
Yeah, that's what we used to do.
Yeah, he
loves
it.
Shoot till it closes.
He'll shoot till it closes.
It was great. I miss. He came all the way to Santa Monica in his Porsche. We shot. We bullshit about cars and caught up. It was really nice.
Oh God, I could play maybe 2 games.
2 games.
I got to get out. Because I suck.
And he's not drinking. You know, there's people that shoot pool and they're drinking.
It's all about
he's not. He's fucking
just
straight,
playing.
drinking Red Bulls, eating fucking Alpha Brains, you know, just pooling on a motherfucker. So
good for him.
Good for him. No, it's great.
All right, we're going to start on weekends.
Let's
love you, man. Thank you very much for having me. Great seeing you guys.
It's been way too long. We'll see you next time. And of course, Adam, what can I say?
Be good, my friend.
All right, we'll see you guys Monday.
I want to take this opportunity to thank you all for listening to the Opie and Anthony Show. You know, as always, we as people enjoy the things we enjoy, but all good things must come to an end. And as we reach the conclusion of the Opie and Anthony Show, instead of being sad, we can look forward to what comes next. So remember to think of this not as the end of dirty jokes, but the beginning of a whole new set of ones. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Sam Roberts is coming up next.